De'Aaron, the third quarter, everything just totally spun out. What was it that you saw from like maybe the 3 or 4 minute mark on that saw it sort of spiral out of control? And how do you guys stop that from happening? Because it seems like it's kind of become a trend.
I mean, they were forced turnovers, get out and run, got in transition. And that's where that team is at its best. And then they started making shots. And obviously, I mean, we just weren't in a groove offensively in the third quarter, and I think we gave up like 40. So,
De'Aaron, what's your thoughts about this team playing in the third quarter? Of course, we see a lot of breakdowns being seen at this season last season, season before that. What's the mentality like with this team when they go into that third quarter?
I mean, in a game like this, let's talk specifically about this game. I mean, we were up 9 going into halftime. We came out, we hit them first, we got up 14. And then they got into us. We started turning the ball over, and, it kind of went downhill from there. So we just have to be better at stopping the bleeding, before it gets too bad.
Fox, you guys were jumping the passing lanes a lot in the first half, creating turnovers. What happened to that in the second half? Did the Lakers make adjustments? Were those lanes just not there for you to jump? What did you see? Was the effort just not there? What did you see?
Not sure about that one.
When those big runs happen by opponents, does the communication kind of disappear for you guys on the floor? And Tyrese has said that in the past. Is that an issue for you guys, you think?
I think, naturally, things kind of get quiet, when another team's on the run. But we have to be better at that. We have to continue to do it, like you said, in the first half. I mean, we're talking, you hear everybody, and then the team goes on a run. You don't want to get silent. You have to, talk even more whenever a team is getting on a run because, that's the only way to stop the bleeding. You have to do it together.
De'Aaron, Alvin started his press conference by apologizing to the fans, especially there in the last half where the Lakers fans were making so much noise. Just, do you guys sense that as a group as well, that like you guys have let the fan base down a little bit here in this early part of the season?
I don't think we're playing, to expectation. Yeah, for sure.
De'Aaron, to follow up on that question, Alvin sure seemed to take all that pretty personally. He talked about the audacity of fans coming in and chanting stuff like that in your building. Is that something you guys are taking just as personally? I mean, you've talked about specifically the Laker matchup in the past and how many of their fans turn out here. Does this sting a little bit personally for you?
Well, if we play better, then, it wouldn't happen, so. I think it comes down to the specific game and how the game's being played. We didn't hear them a lot in the first half, and then they go on a run, and then you hear them. So if we played, better, if we kept playing the way we played in the first half and the second half, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
De'Aaron, along those lines, when you're seeing those runs get extended into bigger runs and things of that nature, are you seeing similar characteristics from one game to the next where you've seen this before? Does it look the same? Does it feel the same? Or do you see differences game to game?
I definitely think it's different, playing different teams, but I think there have been games where we've answered the run. We get hit, we hit back. And there are some games that, we get hit and it's just not the same response, and, it kind of becomes a snowball effect. And I think the thing that's common in those games is when we get on a run and then, turnovers start to happen and then it starts to get quiet. So we have to be better at that. And then we can't, just rely on making a shot to stop a run.
Coach also talked about how you guys need to protect home court better than you guys have. You just seem to play better on the road. Do you have any idea why that might be?
Nah. Sometimes in the NBA, that's the way it goes. Sometimes teams are better at home. I think either last year or the year before, the Lakers were a really good road team, not a great home team. So that's just the way things go. Obviously, you want to be able to protect home court, and we have to be better at that. But I don't think I can really point at something specific in that matter.